Instead of reviewing this movie, I'm just going to give you guys my rating right now. 0 out of 5, this movie sucks because the director hates Marvel movies. There, end of review, goodbye. I'm sorry, guys. I feel really bad for making that joke because it really is. No matter what this guy does, it's just really impossible for me to criticize him. Alright, now let's get into the actual review. Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis Me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw, and this time it is going to be on Martin Scorsese's newest film, The Irishman. Now, this biographical crime thriller follows Frank Sheeran, played by Robert De Niro, as he recalls his past years working for the Buffalino crime family. Now older, the World War II veteran once again reflects on his most prolific hits, and in particular considers his involvement with his good friend Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance in 1975. Now, this is a Netflix movie. It doesn't come to Netflix until November 27th, which is in less than 2 weeks. This movie was actually playing at a theater near me, so I got to see it yesterday. I saw it around like 2:30. When I walked out, it was like 6, because this is a 3.5 hour long movie, which I don't think I would be able to make it past that long. So this is the longest movie I have ever seen in the theater, right next to Schindler's List and Avengers Endgame. And I was really excited for this movie. Now, despite what Martin Scorsese says about Marvel not being cinema, it's just really hard for me to hate the man, because Scorsese is one of the best directors ever. I mean, come on. Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, The Departed, Hugo, freaking Gangs of New York. I think that's probably his most underrated film, in my opinion. What else? Raging Bull. What else? I don't know, but there's a lot. Out of all the movies I've seen, I don't think he's ever made a bad movie. Silence, I thought, was fantastic as well. And this film is one of his best. Easily, this is no different. One thing I was really hyped for, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, they were all making a comeback after, Goodfellas. They've come back here, with films like Casino. This film is going to remind you a lot of Casino and Goodfellas. Like, combine both of those two films together, you get this. And I love that aspect, because this is a very epic gangster thriller. And that's one thing I love about Martin Scorsese films, is that he manages to make films that sometimes will feel recycled, but all in all, they manage, the recycling definitely works, because it doesn't feel like there's anything to really talk negative about. There are some negatives in some of his films, like some of the performances in Gangs of New York really weren't that good, but all in all, I thought that was a fantastic movie, and this film definitely is no different. And props to Robert De Niro, he is finally getting his career back on track after he's made some really crappy, downright flat out stupid comedy films. Dirty Grandpa, anyone? But no, he went from Dirty Grandpa to flat out kick-ass Grandpa, because he was definitely fantastic in this movie, as well as Al Pacino also giving his best. With Robert De Niro with Joker, and Al Pacino Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, even though they were both, kind of minor roles in those films. All in all, they were really fantastic, and this is no different. I love seeing the past between Robert De Niro's old self and his younger self. That's another thing that I need to mention. They make him look younger, like younger aged. I never noticed it. In fact, it looks really, really spectacular. Some of the best younger age effects I have ever seen in film. And all in all, and for its 3.5 hour runtime, the movie does go by really fast. This is a really well-paced movie. From the opening sequence alone, all the way up to the very end, I was on the edge of my seat. I definitely had to hold it in. I did not want to miss anything here, and I'm glad that I didn't, because this movie truly is a work of art, and it just shows Martin Scorsese hasn't lost his mojo. He proves himself to be a fantastic director, even though, he did star in Shark Tale, but hey, he just starred in that movie. So I would probably say that's his worst film, even though he didn't direct it, but hey, that's okay. We all make mistakes. Not to mention the sets and the dialogue. They're all phenomenal. I was really interested to what the characters had to say, and each scene, some scenes they drag on quite a bit, but I was still really interested in what characters had to say. And this movie has kind of makes me hungry for some ice cream sundaes because there's a lot of scenes that involve a character wanting an ice cream sundae. I just love that aspect. And Casino with exploding cars, yeah, you're definitely gonna see that as well, except not in a Michael Bay stylish way. All in all, I don't know what there is more to say. I had a fantastic time with The Irishman. It is one of my favorite films of the year, and it's probably my favorite film that Netflix has made. I mean, there are some pretty good films that they have made, but with this film, I think they've easily nailed it. I think this is easily their best film. I mean, with Martin Scorsese behind the camera and just showing this movie is the reason why I love Martin Scorsese films and why I have come to love Martin Scorsese films and why I get excited to see them. Why I get excited for my next. Why each film just. They're just incredible. No matter what he says, he'll always be a master. And this film truly is his latest masterpiece. And if it's playing at a theater near you, which it might not be, definitely check it out on Netflix because I think it's totally worth it. And even though it's pretty damn long, I don't think the runtime should bother you because it'll go by really fast because the movie really is that phenomenal and definitely worth checking out. Alright, my actual score for The Irishman is actually going to be a 5 out of 5. So that was like my 8th 5 out of 5. Oh my god. And I gave like 3 in a month. Like, oh my god, this year is going by really fast and is getting so much better with its movies. And there are some talks because, Martin Scorsese is criticizing Marvel films. I think I've heard news that it might lose its Oscar bait. I really hope that doesn't happen because, with the Oscars and stuff, who really cares anymore? But all in all, you just have to check this movie out. I mean, what more there is there to say? I adore this movie. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out. Word out.